Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
AI Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
I've been curious. Who exactly is the youngest swimmer in the world?
Oh, I'll tell you. Alzin Tarek, age 10, is the youngest and fastest swimmer in World Championships history. Tarek has been swimming competitively since the age of 4.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm glad I wowed you.
Hey, high impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the shortest basketball player in the world?
I like your curiosity. I'll tell you. Moxie Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Hey, high impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're listening to Sports in a Jiffy on impact Radio 102.1 FM Lagos.
Sports in a Jiffy on your most exciting breakfast show, the Morning Impact Show, here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM, your number one urban lifestyle station. Monday today, the 28th day in the month of July, year 2025. Super duper grateful to God for the gift of life. We are here this morning basking in the euphoria and also the excitement of the Super Falcons of Nigeria having won the WAFCON 2024 for a record 10 finals, 10 trophies in the bag for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Super glad that particular one is doing that particular comeback against the Atlas Lions of Morocco. Feels like it's not going to happen, but then the Mission X possible. Righty? The 88 minutes making the comeback was an exciting one to watch for a lot of football fans, because why not going 2-0 down in the first half of the game, and you can only imagine how is that possible. Well, credit to the ladies for holding it down, for turning the game on its head. Big ups to Esther Okoroko, the name on everyone's lips right now, and definitely one to look forward to. The trophy party is going to be happening later today right there in Abuja, where they are going to be hosted at the presidential villa by the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, later today. We look forward to see how the pomp and pageantry is going to be like for the Super Falcons of Nigeria, definitely writing their name in history. And it's been said that no other nation has won more continental trophies than the Super Falcons of Nigeria right now, are closely followed by China and also Brazil, who currently have 9 trophies each to their own record. Talking about continental trophies, don't get me wrong. And away from that, we also talk about football on the home front. The Nigerian Premier Football League, the annual general meeting of the league body is going to be holding this week, where we'll be saying the draws for the amazing 2025-2026 season in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Crossing carpet, left, right, and center. Our players are already switching sides, and we look forward to see how it's going to pan out. Especially the team currently doing a big rebuild right now. That's talking about 3SC Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan, where they are currently raiding Ikorodu City, raided them of their head coach, and now they've also raided them of the sporting director. That's talking about Nuruddin Aweroro, and also the amazing Oganla, that's talking about Adepoju right there, who has also joined the site. Away from that, we'll also talk about other sports on the show this morning. The Tigers and the Tigers are also going to be in action. The Tigers, of course, are already tipped off their own case for another continental crown. That's talking about the Afro Basket, where they won their first game, and also the second one against Mozambique. I'll tell you more about that in the course of the show this morning. In case you're tuning in for the very first time, we serve this package Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. down to the flip side of 10. I call it your early morning sport tonic. Whether you're a sports person, someone who loves the show of the game, or maybe an athlete yourself, I tell you what, this is the right place for you to be, because the early bird has gone around the world to catch this course, and I am more than willing to serve them to you 7 fast of facts, and I'll make it compact to your listening pleasure. A such reminder that you can keep track of this updates and more by following us across all social media platforms. We are currently live on our YouTube channel at impact 102.1 FM. Ayodeji Ajiboye is my name. Absolute honor to be your host on the show. We'll be back later this evening, by the way. That's going to be between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. on the Sports Up Show, where I'm going to be doing 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of rage, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews. To the switch of the back of the net, let's get the show on the road. We'll start with us coming through from the world of basketball, where the Nigerian senior women's basketball team, the Tigers, will now look to build on their dominant opening performance when they'll be taking on Mozambique in the second Group D fixture of the 2025 FIBA Women's Afro Basket Tournament later today. The match is scheduled for 4 p.m. Nigerian time at the Palais des Sports. Offers coach Rena Wakama a chance to seal the qualification to the quarterfinals with the game in hand, fresh from the resounding 92-45 victory over Rwanda on Saturday, at the same time when the Super Falcons were also trashing. Well, at that time they were not trashing, but we're definitely hopeful that something is going to happen in that game on Saturday. The 6-time African champions will hope to maintain their unbeaten streak in the competition. Nigeria have not lost a game at the women's Afro Baskets in the semi-final stage of the 2015 edition. Reigning champions were ruthless in their opener, winning all 4 quarters convincingly and showing depth and also discipline across the roster. Mozambique, on the other hand, also made a winning start to their campaign, brushing aside Rwanda's 72-55. The most recent encounter came at the quarterfinal of the 2023 Afro Basket, where the Tigers triumphed 59-52 in a tense affair. Their superior 2-point shooting accuracy, which is standing at 58.3%, and defensive intensity were evident while they were dismantling Rwanda. The Tigers are definitely eyeing a record-extending 7th continental title and remain on course if their opening performance is going to be anything to go by. Coach Wakama is said to be expected to stick with a balanced approach, combining experience with exciting new faces such as Vera Ojenuwa, who made her scoring debut in the opener on Saturday as well. And away from basketball, we'll go straight into the world of cricket this morning, where the Nigerian national men's cricket team, the Yellow Greens, ended the Pearl of Africa T20 series in Uganda with a 6-wicket loss to Kenya yesterday, marking the end of their adventure with just 1 win in 6 matches. As the lowest ranked team in the tournament, Nigeria faced a mountain of challenges against more established sides like Kenya, Uganda, United Arab Emirates, and Namibia. Their only win was recorded against Namibia on Friday, holding their nerves to defend a 105 run for the loss of 9 wickets as Namibia finished 99-8 in a thrilling encounter. The series, which began on a tough note for Nigeria when they fell short against Kenya by 18 runs in a DLS adjusted match after being restricted to 88-9 while chasing 106. And away from that, right now, straight into the world of table tennis. This morning, Lagos is also set to be getting ready to welcome over 150 young table tennis players from across Africa for the 2025 ITTF African Youth Championship, the big event which started yesterday at the Molade Okoya Hall, located inside the Teslim Balogun Stadium, right at the back of the just concluded WTT contender Lagos. The press briefing happened yesterday, where the ITTF Africa president Waheed Oshodi said the competition will show off the best young talent in African table tennis, also adding that many of these players already have skills that match some of the top senior players on the continent. He also mentioned that famous African players like Nigerian Scott Jarry and Egypt Omar Assar are saying that this new generation could follow in their footsteps, praising Egypt Ahmed Saleh, and now a national team coach, and said we can expect a great tournament with players like Tunisia's Wassim Essid, who has played at a very high level of table tennis as well. Nigerian players Toby Adebaki and Favor Ojo also share their excitement, saying they are ready for tough matches against strong teams from countries like Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, and Uganda. ITTF Africa COO Kweku Tando said this is a proud moment for Lagos, as it's the first time the city is hosting the Youth Championship. A lot of good tidings happening in Lagos when it comes to the world of sports. Because don't forget, just sometimes last week, the governor of the state also mentioned that Lagos State later this year, that's going to be in October, will be hosting the E1 racing tournament right there. That is more like the Formula One that you do on water. Yes, that amazing one, that particular one is going to be for the state, and also boosting the economy of the state. Away from that, straight into the world of football this morning. Before we go straight into talks of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, there are other talks. Let's quickly talk about it. It's been said that Abakaliki FC have confirmed that they'll be playing in the 2025-2026 Nigeria National League after acquiring a slot from another club. The team known as the Rise Boys got promotion slot from Amala FC, which means they can now play in the second division next season. Abakaliki FC were relegated to the Nationwide League 1 last season. The club made headlines with a great performance in 2025 President Federations Cup, where they finished as runners-up, losing 4-3 on penalties to top-tier side Kwara United in the final of the President Federations Cup last year. That's the last year, early this year. That was around May. Anyway, from that right now, straight into the world of football on this show this morning, President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Musa Gusau, has described the Super Falcons' cheering comeback win in the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations final as the source of motivation for the Super Eagles in their quest to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Falcons overturned a 2-goal deficit to defeat host Morocco 3-2 in Saturday's night dramatic final at the Stade Olympique de Rabat. A feat Gusau believes reflect the resilient spirit required by the men's team as they prepare for 4 crucial qualifying matches as well. Gusau aided the Falcons' impressive tournament form, in which they scored 14 goals and conceded just 3 en route to winning a record extended 10th continental title. With Nigeria's 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign set to resume in September, where they will be playing against Rwanda at home and South Africa away, Gusau believes the Falcons' resilience has laid down the blueprint for the men's national anthem as well. And still talking about the men's national anthem, World Football Governing Body FIFA has confirmed that South Africa's 2026 World Cup qualifier against Nigeria will be played at the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein on Tuesday, September 9. According to FIFA's head of qualifiers and international matches, Gordon Savage, through the NFF, the match will kick off at 5 p.m. Nigerian time at the 46,000 capacity Toyota Stadium, formerly known as the Vodacom Park. Is one of South Africa's most iconic sporting venues, opened in 1995, serving as one of the match venues during the 2010 FIFA World Cup. And the crucial match, the 8th fixture in Group C, is expected to be pivotal in determining which nation secures Africa's sole automatic ticket to the 2026 World Cup finals in the United States, Canada, and also Mexico. Away from that right now, straight in the transfer bit on the home front this morning. Italian giants Inter Milan are yet to send an improved offer to Atalanta in their pursuit of Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman, as the negotiations draw nearer. The Nerazzurris, who are desperate to reinforce their attack ahead of the new season, have reportedly agreed personal terms with Lookman with a multi-year deal worth around €4 million per season, but their €40 million bill still falls short of Atlanta's €50 million valuation. And away from that, it's also been said that Super Eagles forward Umar Sadiq is also hinting at staying at Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad president Joaquin Akperibe has opened the door to Umar Sadiq remaining at the club for the upcoming season after praising the Nigerian striker's attitude and performance in pre-season. Speaking in an interview with newsmen, Akperibe reviewed that the club stance on Sadiq has shifted significantly in recent weeks, suggesting that the former Almeria forward could now remain in San Sebastian beyond this summer. A good one right there for Umar Sadiq. And away from that story, still talking transfer on the show. English Championship side Hull City are on the verge of signing Nigerian striker David Akintola following his departure from Turkish club Seke Rizespor. Akintola, who's 29, began his European career with Danish side FC Midtjylland, making a single senior appearance before gaining valuable experience on loan at clubs including Jelv, Östersund, Omonia and Atayaspor in Turkey. In 2021, he joined Adana Demirspor, permanently netting 13 goals in 17 appearances over 3 seasons. The player now a free agent. The experienced forward is set for a new chapter, which Hull City imagine as his likely next destination as he weighs up his options. Away from the home front right now, let's go make a stop in Europe, and we start with us coming through from the world of Formula 1. Just as we saw the Belgian Grand Prix go down this weekend. Talk about fine margins and also amazing run. That one is where Oscar Piastri wins the rain delay Belgian Grand Prix after overtaking his teammate. That's talking about Lando Norris. Amazing 1 and 2 these guys are doing. I could remember on Saturday I was having this chat on the show with one of my callers, that's Olawale, where he said this year it's going to be McLaren's year once again. Nothing is going to stop them. No other thing is coming close, and yes, they had to do it yesterday as well. Oscar Piastri passed McLaren's teammate Lando Norris on the first racing lap of the wet, dry Belgian Grand Prix to take his 6th victory of the year and extend his championship lead. The Australian who swept past Norris as the race started after an hour and a half delay of rain, and 2 laps behind the safety car controlled the race from them. Norris' side of the McLaren team chose a divergent tire strategy when the drivers pitted to switch to slick dry weather tires as the track dried up. The hope was that Norris would be able to go to the end of the hard tires chosen, while Piastri, who stopped on 1 lap earlier, would have to make a pit stop for his second set of mediums. But Piastri, despite expressing initial misgivings about whether his rubber would last, made it to the end without stopping ever again. Ferrari's Leclerc on gone ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen in the tricky opening laps on the wet track, despite using a lower downforce set, and was able to consolidate the final podium place in the dry part of the race. Verstappen took 4th in a largely static race and is now 81 points behind Piastri in the championship. His hopes all but over. Mercedes George Russell took 5th after passing Williams Alex Albon in the wet early stages, while Lewis Hamilton drove an excellent race to take 7th from the pit lane start. From 17 to 7, that was an amazing run right there for Lewis Hamilton yesterday. And away from that, let's go make a stop in the world of tennis, where I will be making our last stop on the show for this morning. Britain's Francisca Jones claimed that second challenger third title in dominant fashion with a 6-3, 6-2 win against Arno Kovermans in Palermo. The 24-year-old will climb to 84th in the world when the rankings are released later today. The first time she has featured inside the top 100. England's Jones lost in the first round at Wimbledon earlier this month, but has since won successive challenger tour events on clay and is currently the 4th alternate for the main draw for next month's United States Open. Sports in a Jiffy right here on Ipa Radio 102.1 FM, and that's how much we're taking on the show. Many thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show. We're back here later this evening between 6 p.m. down to 7 p.m. on the Sports Up Show, where we'll be doing 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of rage, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews. Ayodeji Ajiboye is signing out this morning. Stay sporty, stay active, drinking enough water to stay hydrated. Go out there, be the best version of yourself. Don't forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. I'll catch you when I catch you once again, and that's going to be late 39 on the Sports Up Show on Ipa Radio 102.1 FM. Togla Shakumi is here to take you through the rest of your morning on the Morning Impact Show. Do for yourself a blessed and a favored new week. Last week of the month of July, by the way. So yes, we're definitely going into the 8th month soon and very soon. Good morning.
From the greens of